sorry. That was utterly hilarious. And I don't think that Kirsty even realized that she did it. Here you go. Here is your lion Jan Snail.
Okay.
Lion Jan Snail. Kirsty said she had no idea. Okay, let's have a look at our lion Jan Snail for a moment. I can't laugh too hard, Kirst, because you know me. It's not like I don't do that on a regular basis. Sorry, I would have gone round through the front of the car, but I would have wound up trapped in the trees. Hello, lion Jan Snail. How are you today? Now, the reason that it is called a lion Jan Snail, or alternately a giant land snail, I'm not sure how big the one that you saw with Brent is, but this is a particularly large one. Look how big it is compared to... oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. It's okay. There you go. Out you come. Let's do it this way. Look how incredibly large this particular land snail is. It's basically the length of my hand when he's fully stretched out. He/she, which I'll explain in a moment. So an incredibly big snail. They are favored by local people in terms of eating them. I'm not a huge fan of even the idea of snails, so I'm not in any way vaguely tempted. And they're fascinating and actually relatively unusual to see one of this size. This snail has taken years and years to grow to these proportions, so it really is a truly impressive creature. No, not the land snail! Protected with my life as a vehicle comes driving past. Rexon and myself can't seem to avoid each other at the moment. And there we go, a giant land snail slowly but surely making its way across the road. Fortunately, I'm here to draw attention to it, but most guides moving very slowly are very, very conscious of the... Rexon's just turned around, he's not having any of it. Very conscious of the presence of creatures like this, particularly after the rain. Gives you an idea of just how fast land snails move. Hold on a second. Oh, I'm not wearing my watch. We need to time this. Let's make a mark. Here. And let's say, how long is that? It's roughly 10 centimeters. There we go. Let's time. Maybe that was a bit too much. We might be here all day waiting for it. Okay, it's crossed the finish line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm going to guess here, because I can't be bothered to wait for it to get all the way to the finish line, that it's probably going to take about 30 seconds to cover about 10 centimeters. So what's that? That's about 20 centimeters per minute. That's its speed. In kilometers per hour, that would be slow, give or take a couple of units of measurement. You can do the math for me in a moment. So to cover about 20 centimeters would take this land snail about a minute. And the reason I'm drawing attention to that is, of course, because it all plays part of the reason that they're designed in the way that they are. When you move this slowly, imagine you are one lone land snail traveling along at this speed, tremendously fast. Oh, we've finally reached the finish line. There we go. Imagine you are a giant land snail, all on your lonesome, desperately lonely and in search of a mate. Now, there's no such thing as snail tinder out here or anywhere in the bush, and there's certainly nothing for them to be able to find each other. So when they do, when they have those rare encounters with each other, they absolutely have to make the most of it. Hence why I named it he or she. They're not hermaphrodites, but they do have reproductive parts for both males and females, so that when they encounter another land snail, each one can impregnate the other. Isn't that fascinating? And when you move like this, you can sort of understand why. Okay. Good luck, Mr. Land Snail. I'm not going to touch it or move it out of the road. Nobody's going to drive over it. We know where it is. It knows where it is. We'll just let it go about its daily business. Slow but steady. It is, however, very, very visible to birds, and this would be perfect prey for a bird of prey. Any kind of a raptor. There you go, off you go. You can see with age, just last thing, sorry. You can actually see with age, just how light the shell is going on the edges, how bleached it is becoming. And of course, we often find the dead land snail shells, white in color, standing out starkly in the mush. They're cool. They really are very cool animals.